Something is happening at Costco right now, and most members have no idea. I've been shopping at Costco for over 12 years. I know the layout of my warehouse the way I know my own kitchen, and in the last few weeks I've been noticing something. Shelves that used to be full are looking thinner. Items I've bought on every single trip are showing up with that little asterisk on the price tag. If you've been a Costco member for any length of time, you already know what that asterisk means. They call it the Death Star. And when it shows up on a price tag, it means that item is not coming back. Today, I'm walking you through 8 Costco items that are disappearing. Some are already gone in certain warehouses. Some are thinning out fast. And one of them, number 6, genuinely stopped me in my tracks when I confirmed it. You are not going to believe what it is. Stay with me because every single item on this list is something you probably buy regularly. And the window to stock up at the current price is closing faster than most people realize. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that button right now. I put out videos like this every week because I believe you deserve to know what's coming before it hits your wallet. Let's get into it. Product number 1. Kirkland Signature Country French Bread 2-pack. This one hits hard because it is so basic. It's bread. 2 loaves. The kind of thing you grab without thinking twice on every single Costco run. The Kirkland Signature Country French Bread 2-pack has been disappearing from warehouses since 2024, and as of early 2026, it has not returned. Members reported in multiple forums that when they asked employees directly, they were told the product was not coming back. What replaced it was a single loaf of rustic Italian bread at a higher price. You went from 2 loaves to 1, and your receipt actually went up. Think about that for a second. You are paying more and getting less. That is the definition of what we talk about on this channel. It is not a sale. It is not a reformulation. It is a straight removal of value from your cart. I used to buy this every 2 to 3 weeks. 2 loaves for under $6. I would use one right away and freeze the second. That is a skill that saves you real money. A single loaf of similar bread at a regular grocery store runs between $4 and $7, depending on where you live. The Costco 2-pack was one of the best per-unit deals in the whole store. Bread freezes beautifully. A full loaf wrapped tightly in plastic wrap and then placed in a freezer bag will hold quality for up to 3 months. If your warehouse still has the 2-pack right now, I would not walk past it. I would stop, and I would grab 2. Once this is gone, the replacement is inferior and costs more. That is not speculation. That has already happened. Product number 2, Kirkland Signature Organic Soy Beverage. This one surprised me when I first started tracking it. Soy milk sounds like a niche item until you realize just how many families depend on it every single week. The Kirkland Signature Organic Soy Beverage sold in 12 packs of 32-ounce containers was pulled from shelves in early 2025. According to reports from members who contacted Costco directly, the reason given was slow sales. But slow sales at Costco still means tens of thousands of units moving every week. So the bar for what counts as slow is different than at a regular grocery store. And when Costco drops something for slow sales, it almost never comes back. A source familiar with warehouse restocking patterns told me this is exactly the kind of item that gets cut when a supplier negotiation falls apart or when the margin no longer makes sense for both parties. The member sees slow sales. The reality is often a back-end pricing disagreement. I bought 4 12-packs of this when I first heard rumblings about the discontinuation. At the time, each 12-pack was sitting at around $22 to $24. The same volume of organic soy beverage at Whole Foods or Target runs you significantly more per carton. We are talking 30 to 40% higher per unit once you start buying outside of Costco. Shelf-stable soy beverage in sealed cartons has a manufacturer-stated shelf life of 12 months or longer when stored at room temperature. Keep it in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. Do not refrigerate until opened. This is one of the easiest pantry items to stock in bulk. If your family goes through soy milk regularly, and you are still finding this at your local warehouse, you are sitting on an opportunity that will not last. Product number 3, Kirkland Signature Semi-Sweet Chocolate Chips. I want you to think about the last time you bought a big bag of chocolate chips at Costco, because for a lot of members that bag was the Kirkland Signature Semi-Sweet variety, and that bag is now gone. This product was discontinued in the summer of 2024, and as of early 2026, Costco has confirmed that the reason it has not returned is cocoa pricing. Global cocoa prices hit record levels in 2024 and 2025, driven by disease outbreaks in West Africa and drought conditions that destroyed crop yields. Costco has acknowledged publicly that the chocolate chips may return when cocoa prices stabilize, but there is no timeline, no date, no commitment. What replaced it in many warehouses is a large bag of Nestlé semi-sweet chips. That bag is fine, but the Kirkland version was priced at a level that the national brand simply cannot match right now. Members who bought the Kirkland bag regularly know the difference in price per ounce was meaningful, especially if you bake with any regularity. I bought the last few bags I could find at 2 nearby warehouses. At the time, I paid around $16 to $18 for a large bag. Comparable weight in store brand or national brand chips at a regular supermarket runs $20 to $26 when you factor in the size difference. If you are a regular baker, you know exactly how fast a bag goes. Chocolate chips stored in an airtight container or sealed freezer bag will hold quality for 12 to 18 months at room temperature or up to 2 years in the freezer. This is one of those items where stocking up makes practical sense on every level. The window to find this at its Costco price is essentially closed, but keep watching for it. Members have spotted it at select Costco business centers, and some warehouses in Canada still carry it. Product number 4. Kirkland Signature Colombian Coffee 3-pound bag. Coffee is personal, and when Costco started raising the price on Kirkland, Colombian coffee members took notice immediately. Here is the story on this one. A few years ago, a 3-pound bag of Kirkland Signature Colombian coffee was sitting around $10. By 2022, it had climbed to around $20. By 2025, members were reporting prices at $24 to $25 for the same bag. And in certain regions, the Guatemalan whole bean variety jumped from $13 to nearly $20 in under a year. That is a 40% increase in less than 12 months. The reason is real, and it is documented. Extreme weather events, including drought cycles in Brazil and Vietnam, the 2 largest coffee-producing countries, have crushed supply. When supply shrinks and demand holds steady, prices go up. Even Kirkland is not immune to that math. Now here is where it gets important for you. Costco is not just raising prices on coffee. In some warehouses, the bag sizes are shifting. The volume you used to get is quietly being reduced. Same shelf, same general packaging, less coffee inside. That is shrinkflation, and it is happening right now on this product. I bought 6 3-pound bags at the last price point I felt was reasonable. Total spend was around $145. At what I expect prices to be in 6 months, that same volume of coffee could cost me $30 to $40 more. The math on stocking up works. Whole bean coffee stored in an airtight container in a dark, cool location holds quality for up to 6 months. If you buy ground, a sealed vacuum bag can stretch to 3 to 4 months. For longer storage, the freezer works well in tightly sealed bags with the air pressed out. Do not sleep on this one. Coffee prices are heading in one direction, and it is not down. Product number 5. Kirkland Signature Laundry Detergent Pods. This might be the one that catches people most off guard because it feels like the most stable Costco staple there is. You see that big bag every trip. You grab it without thinking. But the version you remember from 2 years ago is not the same product you are picking up today. The Kirkland Signature Laundry Pods have gone through quiet reformulations and size reductions over the past couple of years. Members comparing newer bags to older ones noticed the count shifted while the price held steady or even crept up. That is the textbook move. Keep the price close enough that people do not feel the sting. Change the count or the concentration just enough that no one files a formal complaint. And then wait. I spoke with someone who tracks retail pricing across multiple warehouse club memberships, and their notes from the past year show that the per-pod cost on Kirkland laundry pods has increased meaningfully even when the shelf price appeared flat. They attributed it to count reductions across 2 separate packaging updates in 18 months. Last time I bought this, I picked up 2 of the big bags. Together, they ran me just under $55 per pod. That still beats the major national brands by a reasonable margin. But the gap is narrowing. Name brand pods at a regular grocery store have come down in price thanks to promotions, while Kirkland has been quietly adjusting quantity. The value spread is not what it was. Sealed laundry pods in an unopened bag store well for 12 to 15 months. Keep them cool and dry and away from children, and you are set for a very long time. This is one of those household necessities that makes complete sense to buy ahead. You will use them regardless. The concern here is not just price, it is the trajectory. When a Costco staple starts seeing count reductions and quiet reformulations, that is often the beginning of a longer repositioning. Watch this one closely. Product number 6, Kirkland Signature Sport Drink Variety. Pack, here it is. Number 6. This is the one I told you about at the top, and I want you to understand why this one matters. The Kirkland Signature Sport Drink Variety Pack. 24 bottles of 20-ounce electrolyte drinks in orange, blue raspberry, and fruit punch has been confirmed as discontinued by multiple Costco employees. Members noticed it becoming harder to find in late 2025. When they went to employees and asked directly, they were told it is not coming back. This product was Costco's answer to Gatorade. It was made with cane sugar and natural flavors. The 24-pack was priced at a level that made national brand sports drinks look almost embarrassing. Members who used it for family hydration, youth sports, and summer stocking were buying 2 and 3 cases at a time. One member I connected with through a forum said they were, and I am paraphrasing, completely devastated when they found out. That word keeps coming up. Devastated. Because this was not some fringe item. This was in carts every single week. I checked the Costco website myself recently, and it shows as out of stock rather than removed from the listing entirely. That means there is a small but real possibility it could return. But based on employee confirmations and the pattern I have seen with other discontinued items, I would not plan around that hope. What does a replacement cost you? A 24-pack of Gatorade at a regular grocery store or Walmart runs anywhere from $18 to $24 depending on the sale. The Kirkland version came in below that, and it was made with better ingredients. This one is gone. And if your household goes through sports drinks regularly, it is going to cost you more going forward. That is just the new reality. Product number 7. Kirkland Signature. Extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil is a pantry anchor. It goes in almost everything. And right now the price story on Kirkland olive oil is one of the most dramatic on this list. A 2-pack of 3-liter bottles of Kirkland Signature olive oil was priced around $25 in 2021. By 2024, members were posting photos of the same product ringing up at $50 and even $60 in some warehouses. That is more than a 100% price increase in 3 years. The culprit is a documented agricultural crisis. Drought conditions across the major olive-producing regions of southern Europe, particularly Spain, Italy, and Greece, decimated harvests for multiple consecutive years. Supply dropped. Prices exploded. Costco has not fully absorbed that increase. They have passed most of it along to members. And in some warehouses, the product has been quietly reduced in volume, while the format appears similar on the shelf. A member in one forum documented going from a 3-liter bottle to a 2-liter bottle, with the price adjusted just enough to look reasonable, but not enough to reflect the actual volume change. I made a decision about 18 months ago to buy ahead on olive oil. I bought 4 2-liter bottles at what felt like an already painful price. Looking at current prices, that decision saved me real money. Good quality extra virgin olive oil stored in a cool, dark location, away from heat and light, holds quality for 18 to 24 months from the production date. That is a long runway for stocking up. Some members have shifted to avocado oil as an alternative, and Costco does carry it. But for cooking, dressings, and everyday use, there is nothing quite like a good olive oil, and the price is not coming back down. The crops are still recovering and global demand has not slowed. Buy what you can afford at the best price you can find. This is not an item to wait on. Product number 8. Kirkland Signature Chocolate Almonds. Last one, and I saved this for the end because it is a little unexpected. This is not a necessity. It is a treat. But it is the kind of treat that millions of Costco members buy consistently, and the price on this one has taken a hit that should get your attention. The Kirkland Signature Chocolate Almonds, sold in a large 3-pound container, have seen significant price jumps in the past 18 months. In early 2024, Members reported the price at a Canadian warehouse jumping from $17 to $27 in a single pricing update. That is a $10 jump on one product in one cycle. Similar increases have been tracked across U.S. warehouses, though at slightly different magnitudes. The reason comes from two directions. Cocoa prices, same issue we talked about with the chocolate chips, remain elevated, and almond prices have their own pressure point. California produces the vast majority of the world's almonds, and drought conditions combined with increased global demand have pushed raw almond costs higher. When both major input costs rise at the same time, the finished product price climbs fast. I bought 2 of the large containers when I saw the pricing update coming. Total cost was around $56. That same volume of chocolate-covered almonds from a specialty grocer or a gift shop would easily run $80 to $90. The Costco price, even elevated, is still the best deal available. Chocolate-covered almonds in a sealed container store well for 6 to 8 months at room temperature. In a cool, dry pantry or a climate-controlled storage space, you can push that closer to a year. The container Costco uses seals well, which helps. I am not saying this product is going away tomorrow, but the price trajectory on this item is clear. Every input cost that goes into it is under pressure. What you pay today is the lowest it is going to be for a while. Let me pull back for just a moment and tell you what I see when I look at this list together. It is not random. Every single item here is connected by the same underlying forces: agricultural disruption, input cost inflation, supplier negotiations that did not go Costco's way, and a quiet restructuring of the Kirkland Signature lineup that is happening right now, whether members notice it or not. Costco is very good at keeping prices low. That is genuinely what they are known for. But even Costco has limits. When global crops fail and supply chains tighten, and cocoa and coffee and olive oil all move in the same direction, at the same time, something has to give. What gives first is always the item that cannot be repriced fast enough to keep the margin intact. That item gets the asterisk, and then it disappears. You are part of a small group of shoppers who are paying attention. Most people will walk into their warehouse next week and notice an empty shelf or a different product and shrug. They will not know what they are looking at. You do. Stock up on what makes sense for your household. Do not buy things you will not use just because they might get more expensive. But for the items on this list that you already buy regularly, bread, coffee, olive oil, cleaning products, buying an extra supply right now at today's price is one of the smartest budget moves you can make. The window is open, but it is not going to stay open forever. If this video helped you, please give it a like right now. It tells me you want more of this kind of content, and it helps other members find this information before it is too late for them too. Subscribe if you have not already. I post new insider alerts every week, and the next one is going to cover something I am watching at Walmart that I think is going to surprise a lot of people. Thank you for being here. Thank you for paying attention, and I will see you in the next one.